Yeah, listening to the Talk Box. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, listening to the Talk Box. Yeah, listening to the Talk Box. Let's talk about it. Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Good morning, you guys. It's your girl, Sonya G, here on the Talk Box. You know what we say, every day above ground is a good day. We have another day, another opportunity to get some things right that we didn't have quite right on yesterday. So I just want to remind you that today is Friday. Yay! You made it through you made it through the week. And so I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful to have you back on the show today. This is a great show. It's resonating in my spirit. So I'm so thankful that you have come. Make sure that you're sharing the live and make sure that you subscribe to the Talkbox YouTube channel. And we're going to dive right in as soon as my husband crossed this water. Let's come this way, baby. Okay, come this way.
Hey, y'all.
Sit right here, baby.
Let's go get one.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Come on. Come on.
Sit right here.
Okay, sit right there, then.
How y'all doing?
All right. So good morning. Now, another thing that I want to tell you, you need to rise and shine this morning. Just rise and shine. So I need for you to go ahead and share the live. Share the live with your friends, your family, your frenemies, because this is your morning motivation to help drive you while on your journey to abundant living. So let me know that you're in the place today. And today, God put it in my spirit, the more the love, the greater the experience. The more the love, the greater the experience. And that's even with, first of all, you know, God says that he's a jealous God. So we have to love on him first. And the more that we love on God this morning in my praise and worship, it was just awesome. And the more we love on God, the greater we can experience him. And I think that's what we miss. But then I want to talk about experiencing love here in the natural. The more that you love, the greater the experience. Let's think about that. The more that I love eating watermelon, the greater the experience is when I eat a juicy watermelon. Because the more that we love, the greater the experience. And so I got an inkling this morning that let me know that's why the devil is always so busy on breaking up love. He want to break that up because the more we experience love, the more of abundant living we can live. So I don't know about you guys, but I want y'all to say more. I do know that sometimes what will cause us to block our hearts and cause us to miss the more part of it is because we've been brokenhearted. Somebody done broke our hearts. Somebody done let us down, and that sort of thing. But you cannot, the first thing that you have to be, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I talked to the Lord about it this morning. The first thing that you have to be in order to experience more love is vulnerable. You have to be willing to be vulnerable. You have to understand that God is vulnerable with us. He know we're not going to do right. But we have to be vulnerable, able to let the wall down, able to be vulnerable, to let somebody in, because why miss an experience that belongs to you because of God who created you, because of fear? We know from earlier this week that fear is the false evidence appearing real.
Absolutely.
So, the more the love, the greater the experience. You got anything there right now?
Well, just to piggyback on the love, just as it says, love covers a multitude of all things.
Yes.
You can cover every aspect of your life if you think love first. You can get over your fears. You can get over the hurt. You can even get over the people that owe you. If you know what, we're gonna let that go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lose relationships over some money that I've loaned somebody.
Right.
And when you apply love to every aspect of your life, you start living better.
Right.
You start seeing things differently. You start experiencing things differently. And everybody knows when you show love and you live love, you get
love back.
You walk by any person you can see on this planet, smile at them, and normally you get a smile
back.
Normal.
Yeah.
but that being said, you can never go on with first tapping into your love box first.
Yeah. So again, the more the love, the greater the experience. So I want to remind you that God is not the author of fear, because fear is what stamps out love. Fear is what causes us to miss the great experience. I'm afraid to love again because every time I love, somebody step on me, somebody misuse me, mistreat me, they break my heart. But so what? God got you covered. He said that he came to heal the brokenhearted. So when we won't allow our hearts or to love, because we can just choose love. We can I choose to love you. And so when we refuse to choose to love, because our heart's been broken in the past, that means that we lack trust of God. Because God said that he came to heal the brokenhearted, but I'm so fearful that I refuse to open up my heart and let you love me or me love you. No, God is not the author of fear. He said he gave us power, love, and a sound mind. I think those things go so perfectly together, because when we are operating in love and we have that power and ability, and what that reminds me of too is a very, very good friend of mine. She may be on today. She said she and I had a falling out once, and we had been really, really good friends for a long, long, long time. And then we had a falling out, and I truly did not know why. But what blessed me was she stopped speaking to me, and I became all kinds of bees and this, that, and the other. But every time I see her, I say, "Hey, girl, I love you." I just kept on, "Hey, girl, I love you." And it was genuine. And so once we came back into friendship, she said, "That's the thing that I hate about you," which she used to say that to me about other people. Why do you love on them so they don't like you? So what? I am not responsible for how somebody else feel about me. I'm responsible for how I love you. And so when we came back into friendship, she started saying, "That's what I didn't like about you. Every time you saw me, you talking about you love me, and how you doing and all of that." But that's how I live my life. And I believe that that's what helps me to live abundantly. Because when we learn how to love is patient, love is kind, love is not self-seeking. Love doesn't keep a record of wrongs, but love never fails. And the Bible says that love covers a multitude of sins. Now, let me give a disclaimer. I'm not saying that you have to be stupid. That's not what I'm saying, because there are some people that you just need to love from a distance. You don't have to love everybody up close and personal. So you still need to love yourself and have some boundaries. But at the same time, don't be afraid to love. I don't know. Perry, have you ever been afraid to love?
I haven't been afraid to love. I just haven't allowed myself to love certain people. It hasn't had nothing to do with me being afraid. It's just me understanding what my love means to me, and I got to the point to where, you know what, I don't I don't want to put that much energy into you. And of course, that was my own detriment. That was a choice thing.
Right,
But it just goes to show. I mean, I can love you, and I can choose not to love you.
right,
But you know, my love is, to me, my love is special. When I choose you, I choose you. You don't choose me.
right.
So yeah, I've had moments when I've chosen not to love an individual.
Right, right. But see, that's the point that I'm making though. Um, a love bank never runs out. You'll never have to worry about running out of love because God didn't build us that way. Whether we are loving somebody up close and personal or whether we're loving them from afar, love never fails. And so, again, you don't have to be stupid with it, but you need to learn how to choose to love. I can choose to love you or I can choose to hate you. But hating somebody takes too much energy. It's too much energy. So I would prefer to love you even if I have to love you from a distance. And for those who just came on, I need you for you to talk back to me. I'm a Baptist preacher. I like to hear you talk back to me. But also, the more the love, the greater the experience. And I gave an example about my one of my favorite fruit. The more the love, the greater the experience. The more that I love on my husband, the greater we have an experience. The more that I love on God, the greater the experience is that I experience with God. People ask me all the time, why does God speak to you? you know why does God talk to you? I don't believe God talked to you. Well, the greater you love on him, the greater he opens up to you, the greater the gifts are stirred up in you, because the more that we love on God, the greater we can experience him, the greater we can experience him operating in the prophetic, being able to hear from him, being able to be baptized in the Holy Ghost. The more the love that we have for God, the more he opens up the wisdom of God, and the special wisdom that he gives to people, and the aha moments, the aha moment that I got just in this. The more the love, the greater the experience. And so you need to open up. You need to open up your heart, and don't be afraid to love, because God is not the author of fear. And we've already stated that fear is the false evidence appearing real. So why miss out on an experience? And have you ever seen somebody, Perry, that just mean all the time, negative all the time, don't have anything good to say to anyone or about anyone? Somewhere down the line, whether it was in their childhood or in adulthood, they had a broken heart. They've shut down. They've stopped allowing people to love on them, and allowing themselves to love. It is so much better to walk in love. And we can call it what we want to. You can say that uh, I'm not afraid, but that's a form of fear. That's a form of fear when I'm refusing to love. Why are you refusing? See, everything has a reason and a purpose. I'm refusing because I've been hurt in the past and I ain't gonna get hurt no more. That's fear. So we don't want to walk in fear, because God has given us the solution for that. He said that he didn't perpetrate fear. He gave us power, love, and a sound mind. The more the love, the greater the experience. What's your favorite food?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti. And when that food is good, how's the experience?
It's great.
So,
The only problem is when it's not good, it's horrible because I was expecting good spaghetti.
right.
You know, it's like anything. You when it's it's that whole when you're just expecting something and then you're expecting it wholeheartedly. That's the twofold part of this thing.
Yes.
You know, that's why people can be easily hurt because of loving hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you pour yourself out openly
Right.
without fear.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone hurts that, it hurts harder because you loved hard. If you barely love someone and they hurt you, it don't hurt as much. It just don't.
It doesn't.
It just don't feel the same. When you know without a shadow of a doubt that you gave everything you had to that relationship, you gave everything you had to that job, you gave everything you had to your child, and they disappoint you, that hurts.
Yes, it does.
It hurts.
But
But when you pour everything out openly and when you receive it the same way, oh, that feeling, when that child comes back and tells you, Daddy, I thank you for being hard on me.
right,
That
right.
that means so much more to you as a parent because they listen to you. They listen to the love that you gave them and
Good
they
morning, Mud.
received that.
But there lies the end result. The reward is greater. The
Absolutely.
reward is
Yes, ma'am.
greater when you allow yourself. The more the love, the greater the reward. That is why come the enemy. Let me say it again for those who just came on the show. That's why the enemy is always out to stomp out love, because he knows the more we love on God, the more we're going to experience him. He knows the more that we love on our husbands, our wives, our children, the greater we're going to experience him. Yes, the opposite side is if they let you down, it hurts. But then guess what? We got a resolution for that, because God said that he came to heal the brokenhearted. So we don't have to be afraid. We just need to jump. Somebody say jump.
Jump,
Jump.
jump.
I'm jumping today. I'm gonna love you anyway. I'm gonna love the hell out of you if I have to.
That part.
It doesn't matter because God got my back. Again, disclaimer, I'm not saying be stupid. Some folk you have to love from a distance, but never stop loving. Why? Because love, it said this. I wrote this down. It is from, I want to say it's from Peter. I want to say it's 1 Peter 3. I'm not sure. I'm going to look it up. But it says, above all, love each other deeply. I'm in the easy reader version. Above all, above everything else, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins. And I don't know about you, but I'm not perfect. This guy not perfect. None of us is perfect. But if we just love, oh man, love can heal some things. Love can fix some things. That's how God designed it to be. And the more that we love, and go back to our first love, which is God. Because I'm going to tell you, God said that he's a jealous God now. So we don't need to let anybody in the place where God is. And some of us is lost right now. We still alcoholics and drug addicts and whoremongers and this, that, and the other, because you have allowed something else to take the place that the Creator designed for himself. So we need to keep everything in perspective, you guys, and love. We got to choose love. Come on, Tony. I know you got something. What's going on? You choosing love? Tony said he jumping. Jump then. We jumping today because we want all. That's what the Talk Box is all about, this morning motivation to help drive us on our journey to abundant living. And so one of the abundant living is stamping out fear and embracing love. because love is where it's at. I know somebody done broke your heart. I know your mama walked out on you when you were 2. I know daddy wasn't never there. I know every time you get a job, you lose it. I know every time you try to step out on faith. And do you know and realize the reason why the enemy works so hard at the beginning of anything is because he trying to stomp it out on the stool. When Moses was born and the king said, kill all the children, just kill all the kids, because he knew somebody great was coming when Jesus was born. Kill them all, kill them all, kill them on the stool. Don't let no Hebrew woman birth a male child and let it live. Why? Because the enemy wants to stomp out your blessings on the stool so that you can't even see an inkling of the blessing. Because if I can see the sun peeping through the clouds, I can push past my pain, my pressure, my problems, pursue the promise, which is abundant living. And you cannot reach abundant living without love. You have to have love. You have to have love for God. You have to have love for yourself. And you have to have love for others. And the more you love, the greater the experience. I'm looking forward to the more and more I love on. I want y'all to know, when I first started the Talk Box, number one, I didn't feel like coming talking to y'all every morning. Let's just keep it 100. But the more that I do it every day, the more and more I'm loving it. The more and more I'm experiencing you guys, and you guys are experiencing me at the core. And so I'm so thankful. What, Tony? What? What Tony say, baby? Can you read that?
No, it's too far.
Okay. I love to love. I try to show love to all people because it could be the only love some people see at that moment. You don't know what they're going through. Give the love that God gave you. Oh, that's deep there. I like that. Give the love that God gave you. You know what God did for us? God continues to look beyond all of our faults and provide our needs. God continues to wake us up, even though he said the wages of sin is death, but the gift of God is eternal life. So the mistakes that we made on yesterday should have took us out. But God saw fit to let us have another day, another opportunity to get some things right that we didn't have quite right on yesterday. So I want to know who on the line is going to choose to love. Let me put that back up there. Who choosing to love today? I choose to love you. I choose to love the hell out of you if need be. I choose to love you from a distance if I have to. Because some people that we're trying to love, I tell y'all all the time, everybody in your circle is not in your corner. So some of the folk that you're trying to love up close and personal, you're actually hindering them. So instead of loving to death, we're going to learn how to love to life. And it starts with loving God, loving yourself, and then serving the world. Ain't that what we say, baby?
That's what we say, baby.
All right. So, you guys, I hope and pray that all is well. Y'all know I'm still in Jamaica Martin. And for those who just came on, today is Friday because we've made it through the week. And a reminder, every day above ground is a good day.
It's a good day.
We have another opportunity to get some things right that we didn't have quite right on yesterday. So let me ask you a question. How's your love walk today? Good morning, Ebony. Good morning, Ebony. Good morning, Mutt. Good morning, Tony. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Good morning. So I just want to remind you, don't be afraid to love again. Don't be afraid. Our kids can break our hearts sometimes, and I'm like, no, man, you ain't putting me through that anymore. Don't be afraid to love again. Sometimes we just have to do it a little different. But God is still in control. That's why we don't grow weary in our well-doing. For in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So I want to thank you guys for coming on the show today. This right here just was pounding in my head this morning, because the more the love, the greater the experience. The more I choose to love, the greater my days are. You know, I'm gonna say this, and I hope it don't. I'm not bragging or boasting on myself, but I am bragging and boasting on what God have done for me. And I've been walking around, not just here in Jamaica, but here lately. Everybody is coming up to me saying, "Oh, Sonya, you're so pretty. You're so this. You're so that." I've always been like the ugly duckling of the siblings. I feel like, and and but what's resonating with me is the more and more I operate in love, the more and more the glow comes, the more and more the peace comes, the more and more the love comes. When you realize and understand beyond a shadow of a doubt that God has a purpose and a plan for you, a plan to prosper you, not to harm you, a plan of a hope and a future, you'll get in a hurry to love. Thank you, Ebony.
And the uniqueness about that is God provides that for everybody.
Yes.
Everybody has that opportunity to receive, the goodness of the Lord. Everybody has the opportunity to receive that glow.
Yeah.
That's why we're all made differently. I think Tony said it best. We're all one in a million.
Yes.
We're all that one that made it out of those millions that tried.
Yeah.
So God made each and every one of us special. And when we choose to love on him, that resonates. And others see that.
Right.
That's why it says love thy neighbor.
As
Because everybody's a neighbor.
That's right.
Everybody's a neighbor.
That's
The neighbor, your neighbor's supposed to love on you, you're supposed to love on them, and they're supposed to love on the others. And when you do that, you receive that. That's the sowing.
Mm-hmm.
That you hear people talk about sowing good seed. That's good seed.
Yes.
That's putting good seed in the ground, loving others. When you love on others, it always returns good.
Yes.
Good seed, good trees, good fruit.
Right.
Bad seeds, bad trees, horrible fruit. That's just the reality of it.
That is the reality.
And one last thing, just to piggyback on that, anything that's dead is uprooted.
That's right.
I mean, if that's a dead relationship, get it out of there.
Right.
If that's dead feelings, get it out of there. If it's a dead mindset, get it out of there.
Yeah.
We don't need none of that.
Yeah.
We just need good living.
Right. I just want to remind you guys, make sure y'all checking out SonyaTalkbox.com. That's Sonya, SONJA, Talkbox.com. Go over there for the blogs and all of the everything, or over to the YouTube channel. I just want to say this right quick about not operating in fear so that you can love. What's reminded of me is Adam and Eve before the fall in the garden. They were naked and not ashamed. I do believe that it went further than them not having clothes on. I believe that it was a nakedness on the inside, their heart condition. They didn't have any blockages in the heart. So some of us need a heart transplant, but it's a good thing that the word of God says that he will replace your stony heart with a heart of flesh. I'm so thankful that God is still in control, that we can look beyond others' faults and still provide their needs when we are wrapped up in love. When you learn how to get your love walk together, your love walk with Christ, your love walk with yourself, your love walk with others, then you'll be able to experience the abundant life that God has already given you permission and authority to live. Some of us are missing out on great experiences because we refuse to love. We refuse to throw our fishing rod back out in the water. I'm not talking about husband, wife, just husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. You refuse to to love. Satan got you so twisted and bent, you refuse to love anywhere. You go to church with your nose in the air. You go to the grocery store looking mean. You go to your job looking all crazy. When are you going to allow God to transform your heart? You know that if you transform your mind, your life will follow. Maybe, just maybe, because you haven't worked on your love walk, you're not receiving everything that God has for you. I do believe in my heart of hearts that when we are tied up, tangled up, and wrapped up in God, and we're wrapped up in love because God is love. So how can you say that you know God when you refuse to love or be loved? Then that is not of God. So I want to thank you guys for coming on this morning and being such great guests. Y'all have a great and a safe weekend. Remember, it was my birthday week, so I can really say it's Friday. Yay! But I hope and pray that we have said something to help you along life's journey. Tony said, I may not like you, but I love you. I don't like your ways, but I do love you. And so I really appreciate you guys. And I thank you so very much. Babe, you got anything else?
Enjoy the weekend. I got a pack.
All right.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, listening to the Talk Box side. Yeah, listening to the Talk Box. Let's talk about it.